Welcome to the She Speaks to Inspire podcast. I'm your host, Julia Kraft, your authentic expression mentor and public speaking coach. She Speaks to Inspire is an empowering public speaking podcast for women with public speaking fear. Unlike other podcasts on public speaking, She Speaks to Inspire not only gives you tips to be a confident communicator under pressure, but also helps you regulate your nervous system for less anxiety, learn lifestyle practices to reduce burnout and overwhelm, and reconnect with your feminine leadership presence for more authenticity and comfort in your skin. I believe it's the quiet ones, especially the quiet women, who have the most important ideas. I believe the world really does need your voice. So let's dive in. Welcome to our podcast episode about self-consciousness and speaking. Especially as women, this is a challenge that we can come up against both consciously and unconsciously, that we're worried about how we look. Do I look good? Do I look professional? Do I look pretty? Often women reveal to me the aspects of their appearance that they're uncomfortable with. It could be their teeth. They don't want to open their mouth too much or smile too much when they're speaking because they don't like how their teeth look. I had one woman who was very self-conscious about the size of her breasts, which is a common thing with women, to be uncomfortable about some element of their sensuality, sexuality, that they want to downplay it so that they're more professional, more acceptable, especially in male-dominated environments. The feminine body is inherently sensual, but body shame goes further. That term, body shame, shame is about wanting to hide something, avoid sharing it. I've worked with women that feel that they're very overweight and that they don't want to be seen, and they'll go to great lengths to hide in plain sight. For example, wearing very dark clothing, all in black, standing behind a podium, setting up their Zoom cameras so that most of their body can't be seen, just from the shoulders up. Even if a woman is skinny and pretty by conventional standards, I've still seen plenty of women that make sure their face is obscured by their hair, or that they have tons of makeup on. Again, hiding in plain sight. Something that's always been really interesting to me and incredibly healing is that when it comes to presentations and performances, whether you're speaking as yourself or as an actress, there's a way that you can't hide. You can never really hide. The audience can see you. They often see us better than we see ourselves. They see your discomfort. They see your tension. They see your perfectionism. They see your imperfections. They see your greatness. They see all of it. As much as you might think that you're hiding, most likely it's being seen. And that might not be what you want to hear, but maybe this will make it better. Even though they see everything, most of the time, they're also accepting everything. For example, a woman who's very overweight, if she owns her body, claims the space that she takes up, and focuses solely on her passion for her message, and goes all in, commits, I promise you that audience is not walking away with thoughts about how ugly her body was or how she should lose weight or whatever. That audience is walking away thinking, wow, that was inspiring. My life is changed. I get these little broken blood vessels on my face. So that's been one of my things. I don't like sometimes how my face looks. And I used to have this very bright red dot that was on the tip of my nose. I was really self-conscious about people staring at my nose. I would waver back and forth, sometimes caring about it, sometimes totally forgetting about it. I remember when I was dating my husband, he commented on it. He said he thought it was cute. I did take the initiative to get it removed actually before a wedding. It was just something I did for myself. I found a Groupon for a laser place and I got it removed, and that was good. But it didn't come up from a place of shame. I'd already accepted it at that point. I felt loved and accepted by my husband, and I wanted it for myself. I know in retrospect that people that watched me speak, or other people that I dated, saw the red dot on my nose. They saw it. Even if I was wearing makeup, they saw it. And I also know, in retrospect, that if that guy I was dating, he didn't stop dating me because of that red spot on my nose. And my audiences weren't judging me because of that red dot on my nose. Self-consciousness as an experience in our body is a tension, is an experience of contracting. It's an experience of moving away from what's real, what's happening right now. Okay, right now I have a red spot on my nose. I can either fully embrace it and accept it, or I can contract around it and try to somehow get away from it. Now, when I put it that way, it doesn't make any sense, right? Like, why do we try to get away? It's a denial mechanism, right? Self-consciousness is also all about what other people think, as if our existence needs to be validated, our worth needs to be validated, and that how you look equals your value. I want you to feel good in your own skin. That's actually the solution for self-consciousness about how you look. Can you get comfortable inside your own skin? Now, the way to do that is to, instead of worrying about or even thinking about what other people might be thinking about you are curious and interested in the sensations of what it's like right now to be you. The sensations. Sensations are through our five senses. So what's it like to have toes right now? I'm wiggling my toes. Can you feel your feet? As I speak, I feel the movement of my mouth, the breath over my teeth. I feel the vibration of the sound as it goes through my upper palate. I hear the warmth of my voice. I feel the emotions rising in my body and the sensations that those create. A warmth in my chest as I get passionate. Energy, impulses flowing through my arms as I gesture. This is the sensational experience of being in your body. As soon as you focus on the sensations of being you in this moment, you're no longer thinking about what anybody else thinks of you. The most important mindset shift here is that your experience of life matters. It's important that you feel good. Also, we can start to turn towards the fear instead of away from it. So self-consciousness and body shame is a fear, right? A fear of what might happen if people really see what I look like. First of all, this is a really high standard for yourself, that you have to be some sort of perfection with your looks. I talk a lot about perfectionism and how it comes out with speaking, and this is another big place that perfectionism comes out. I could go down a whole rabbit hole about how our culture has messed up women around how they should look, right? All these standards of being skinny and symmetrical face and blemish free, and it's a mess. The fear that you're not that can also be a fear of intimacy, fear of letting people be close to you, because if you're hiding in plain sight, you're putting up a wall between you and others. Authenticity is the letting down of walls, the letting down of masks, and letting people see you in your most raw, messy state, your messy humanity. So there's a little girl inside of all of us adult, capable, competent women who just wants to be accepted and is working really hard overtime to make sure she's accepted. Let's turn towards that little girl and keep reminding her. I see that you're afraid. I see that it's scary to let the world in. You don't know what's going to happen, but it's going to be okay because you're beautiful, you're powerful, and you're worth listening to. The state that I want you to get to is an experience of, you could say, channeling or transmitting a message. It's like the message is coming through you. And then there's no concern about how you look or how you sound. It's about the message. It's about the connection with the audience. Open yourself up to receive the message that's meant to come through you in that moment and simply show up fully. I hope these concepts and new perspectives help you to, reframe self-consciousness and start to believe in yourself more. I think what really makes the difference, like where the rubber hits the road with this, is doing daily, regular practices for your body that bring you out of your head and down into the sensations. These 5 senses, waking up to them, letting yourself feel, letting the sensations be more important than anything else, and practicing that spontaneous flow of transmitting a message. The more you do these things as concrete physical exercises, it becomes a new muscle memory and you can trust yourself. And the world gets your incredible message. So go out into the world, get in your flow state, and share your voice. Thanks for listening. This has been She Speaks to Inspire with Julia Kraft, your authentic expression mentor and public speaking coach. I'm so glad you joined me. And I hope you got so much out of this episode. If you want to learn more about Speak to Inspire training programs and get inspired, head over to speaktoinspire.com or follow us on Instagram at She Speaks to Inspire. Never forget, the world needs your voice, and it's time for you to speak to inspire. See you in the next episode.